Long ago, in the golden deserts and fertile valleys of Sindh, there lived a young prince named Dahar, son of a wise king. The kingdom was filled with tall date palms, flowing rivers, and villages where people lived simple but happy lives. Dahar grew up hearing stories of heroes, warriors, and travelers who passed through Sindh on their way to great cities. At night, his mother told him bedtime tales of courage, kindness, and honesty. He would lie in his bed, looking at the stars outside his window, dreaming of the day when he too could be remembered in history as a brave and noble soul. As Dahar grew older, he was not only strong but also thoughtful. He loved reading ancient scrolls that told the story of Alexander the Great, who once marched through the lands of Sindh. He admired how some warriors fought not for greed, but for honor and justice. Dahar often practiced sword fighting, but he also cared deeply for the poor. Many times, he sneaked out of the palace at night in disguise, giving food and coins to those in need. The people of Sindh loved him dearly, not just as a prince, but as a friend. One day, travelers brought news from the west. The Arab general, Muhammad Bin Qasim, was marching towards Sindh. His army was large, disciplined, and well-trained. They had already defeated many lands, and now their eyes turned towards Sindh. The old king, Dahar's father, became worried. He knew his kingdom was brave, but not as powerful as the incoming army. Dahar, however, did not show fear. He told his father, "If history teaches us anything, it is that courage can shine brighter than numbers." The people of Sindh prepared for the coming battle. Villagers left their homes and gathered inside the fortresses for safety. The blacksmiths worked day and night to make new swords, shields, and arrows. The women wove flags and cooked food for the soldiers. Children watched with wide eyes as their fathers practiced archery on the castle walls. It was a time of tension, but also of unity. Everyone looked to Prince Dahar for hope. His speeches gave strength to the people, reminding them that their land, their honor, and their families were worth defending. When the battle finally came, the skies of Sindh were filled with the sounds of drums, war cries, and clashing steel. Dahar rode on his white horse, his golden armor shining under the burning sun. The young prince fought with unmatched bravery, cutting through enemy lines like a lion. His soldiers, inspired by his courage, followed him with all their strength. The Arabs too were strong, their discipline and tactics unmatched. 4 days, the war raged on, neither side willing to surrender. But battles are not won only with swords, they are also shaped by fate. A traitor from within Sindh, jealous of Dahar's rising fame, secretly guided the Arab army through hidden paths. One night, while Dahar rested his weary soldiers, the enemy launched a surprise attack. The fortress walls shook with fire and arrows. Dahar leapt up, grabbed his sword, and charged once again into battle. Even though he was outnumbered, he refused to step back. In the heat of battle, Dahar's horse was struck down, and he fell onto the sandy ground. Surrounded, he still fought bravely, swinging his sword with fiery determination. History remembers that even as he breathed his last, Dahar's eyes shone with the pride of defending his homeland. His sacrifice became a story told not with sadness, but with respect. The people of Sindh wept for their fallen prince, but they also sang songs of his bravery so that no one would ever forget. After the war, Sindh came under new rulers. The people adjusted, as history always demands. But in every village, by the riverbanks and in the deserts, old storytellers spoke of Dahar's courage. They told children that true bravery is not about winning every battle, but about standing for what is right, even when the odds are against you. Dahar's story spread beyond Sindh, carried by travelers and merchants, and became part of the great history of the subcontinent. Generations later, when mothers put their children to sleep, they would whisper the story of Dahar, the young prince who never gave up. They would tell them, "Be like Dahar, strong, kind, and fearless." Even today, historians remember him not as a boy who lost a battle, but as a hero who showed the world that honor is greater than fear. The deserts of Sindh still carry the echoes of his name in the winds that blow across the sands at night. And so, dear listener, as you close your eyes tonight, remember Prince Dahar's story. It is not just a tale of swords and war, it is a reminder that in life, there will be moments when you feel outnumbered or weak. But if you hold on to courage, kindness, and truth, you too will become part of history. The stars above your window, just like those Dahar once looked at, shine to remind us that bravery never dies. It lives forever in the stories we tell and the hearts we inspire.